This is a partially true story of when I was a teenage clown on a very low-budget public access show called Danny the Clown Show.
So I found some footage from about 30 years ago of a project that I was involved in, actually me and my friends. We were about 12 years old, I guess. Anyway, we had this thing at school called J-term. You get about 2 weeks off, and you get to do like something you're involved in, almost like an internship.
I think it was for extra credit. Was it for extra credit? Yeah.
How old was he? He was 14. We were 12 or 13 years old.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he started a TV show in Wyoming, Michigan called Danny the Clown Show.
I was the kid who was always into arts and entertainment. I kind of liked Mickey and Minnie when I was a kid. I starred in every church cantata as every little shepherd boy you can imagine. And then when the Muppet Show came along, I'm just a little kid at that point, and I'm always running around the house with a puppet on my hand. That's just kind of who I was.
That is neat.
Oh, that's the sound of my grandpa, Nicholson. I love hearing his voice on this. He's the one who gave me a camera. I mean, he got a video camera around 83 or 84, and then the first year I wasn't allowed to touch it, but then the next year he let me start to play with it, and so I did some video with my aunt where I played Ronnie the Robot. So that kind of paved the way for 1988 when my mom saw a newspaper article that said you could make your own TV show on public access TV 23. So I called the station feeling all insecure, saying I'm just a teenager with a voice cracking. And they said, that's okay, it's taxpayer supported, so come on down and make a show. And that's how Danny the Clown Show began.
I was the co-producer on the show, and of course Danny Steadman was the creator, and he also played Danny the Clown on screen, but he never had a final say on what went on.
Well, hello there, and welcome to Danny the Clown Show. I'm Danny the Clown. Well, coming on inside my big top tent here, and oh, it looks like I have my hostess here, Vanna.
Oh, that's my insufferable clown voice. I'm sorry you have to listen to this. But over me was Rowan Eckerman, who was quite a character. He was kind of the producer of the show, and over him was the husband and wife team that, they had previously created a hit local show called Pour Some Sugar on Me.
I decided to bake a cake.
I just remember how heavily influenced they were with the #1 show of the day.
They thought of themselves as the Cliff and Claire Huxtable of West Michigan.
Oh, we're the Huxtables of West Michigan.
They even admitted it.
They were obsessed with being the Cosbys, but I don't know. I was too. Who didn't want Cliff and Claire Huxtable as their parents?
I know, right? Totally.
I don't know who's feeding Danny the sugar on the set, but if I find anyone at any place at any time trying to jeopardize the success of what we're trying to build here, with the breaking of our backs and the sweating of our brows and the bleeding of our fingers, I will find that individual and tell him or her to step off our stage. He or she is not welcome here. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
Their daughter did not want to work on the show, so they did what any good set of parents would do. They threatened her by taking away her Pontiac Fiero if she didn't work on the show.
Addie, what's wrong? What's wrong, Addie?
Agatha.
What's wrong, baby girl?
You told me that when I came here that we would bring diversity to this joint. Okay, well, guess what?
What?
The little blonde puppet is the one we're going with again.
Did he say blonde? What did he say?
Blonde. He said that there's little Dutch blonde girls running around here everywhere. Why am I here?
You're overworked, baby. You're overworked.
I'm not
Addie,
overworked.
Calm
I
down.
want
You
some
need
justice
to
up in
rest.
here.
Go home.
I was basically ripping off Sesame Street directly. We would base a show around a letter in the alphabet, and occasionally we'd have guests on the show.
You can see the puppet's arm rod.
The puppet segments were fun because I didn't have to be on camera, which was perfect because as an insecure 14-year-old or 15-year-old, I did not want to be on camera.
Ah, you are a beautiful woman. 'Tis a joy to paint thy picture.
Why, thank you.
Just about completed.
The hat's moving all over that puppet's face. Why aren't we doing anything about it?
Can you scoot back? Give me some elbow room here.
Why can't we get our crap together?
Some of them were very capable of their job, and others were a little incompetent.
The camera guys are used to recording the noon news. They're gonna get better, Mr. Executive Producer.
Just about completed. Come take a look.
The hat on the face is funny. Maybe we can submit it to Ed McMahon and Dick Clark at TV's Bloopers and Practical Jokes.
We're not sending it. Do you really think we could send this to TV's Bloopers and Practical Jokes starring Ed McMahon and Dick Clark?
Come take a look.
You know, there's this synergy, that goes on between puppet and puppeteer. And when I stick my hand up underneath his undercarriage and my fingers connect to the bones in his neck, something really special, almost magical, if that makes sense.
Hi, I'm Imperia, and I operate the cute puppet, Amy. She is a contemporary girl. She is full of life and love and insecurities and secrets. Yeah, you heard me right, secrets. Now, she might look like an innocent redheaded girl in braids, but she is as naughty as can be. When I moved here from over in Scotland, yeah, you can hear the accent still, we moved to Grand Rapids, and I found a wonderful church family here, and that's actually where I met Gio. We met in the puppet church ministry.
I don't know, did this kind of stuff fly in your church puppet ministry? Maybe their standards were lower.
And Gio got hired on before I did. He's such a sweet boy. Maybe one of these days he'll ask me out on a proper date. In 2 years when I turn 18.
Right, that's right. She's a lovely young gal, and, I respect her, and I respect boundaries.
One word to describe my coworkers. That's tough. Okay, so Tinja down there, one word. Old. What? I mean, you're elderly, girl. It's not a slam, really.
I've been doing character work since the 30s. That makes 50 years I've been in the business. I worked with Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music. I taught her how to yodel. Yodelay-hoo. Well, let me see what else we have in our storeroom.
Well, it's really hardest to get a puppet to come downstairs. Any dips can get it to go upstairs, but coming downstairs is really more difficult. It takes years and decades of experience.
You've had some years on us, and you've seen so much. And I'm sure that you bring that experience into your puppetry. Let's see, if I had to describe Tim over here, I'd have to say unpredictable. I can't read him.
Because I don't have space, I have to operate the puppet backwards. We have a term for it. In the industry, it's called a horizontal, double-backed, reverse cowboy. It hurts. My shoulder blades will be disjointed for weeks, and I might get lockjaw. Oh, I'm so passionate about puppetry. I'm really glad Danny the Clown shares that passion. The parts of the show I like the best are the puppet segments, obviously. I think we do beautiful work here.
Let's peek through the keyhole of my front door.
Though some better than others.
Some of the crew people were excellent at their job, but others totally incompetent.
Oh, come on, would you look at this? The eyeshadow. Oh, great, thanks. Yeah, come on. The eyeshadow is peeling off the puppet's lids.
I use incredibly super adhesive tape.
I purchased it from D&W. Extra sticky.
Yeah, I have no idea why the blue eyeshadow is peeling off the puppet's eyelids. It doesn't make sense.
No, well, look, I mean, hair and makeup department wanted to defile the puppet's skin with blue eyeshadow. Real blue eyeshadow. And I put a stop to that.
It would never work out.
Oh, come on, what I'm hearing right now is all this mumbly-jumbly gobbledygook, and I'm not hearing puppet responsibility.
He's absolutely right. There wasn't enough puppet responsibility going on.
I'm embarrassed. It's so embarrassing. Maybe I should just quit. Maybe...
No.
You can't.
Okay. This is not King Solomon's court. I'm not going to rip the baby in half. But keep this in mind, people. We can't afford these kind of mistakes. This is what gets people fired in television. The devil's in the details. Now get out of here.
All right, we're sorry.
Psst. Come on now.
Thank you for handling.
Oh, come on, kid. I'll do it any time for you.
It's just so hard to threaten firing people when they're triple my age.
I'm naturally bossy as a kid, so producing a show and starting a show kind of felt natural to me, but I was intimidated because, I had like a crew of 50 adults.
And I don't want to fire anyone. These people have families to support. I just need enough money to buy TV guides and blow pops.
Write to Danny the Clown at the Danny the Clown Show, 0-7741 Harold Street, Jenison, Michigan, 49428.
In the first episode, there were eyelids falling off the puppets. The arm rods were sticking out of the puppets. There was a lot of stress backstage.
Girls, why? What the hell is happening?
They're gonna fire me.
What?
My own parents. They're gonna fire me.
Well, I find that hard to believe. That's not gonna happen.
Well, the viewers of The Danny Show, yeah, they were laughing out loud, but behind the scenes, there were few smiles.
Okay.
The super sticky,
Okay, well, are you having a stroke? I can't understand.
No, the eyeballs.
Okay, I don't know about firing them, but I got to scare them a little bit. Show business is serious business. This is television. It's important.
The puppet that I was operating in the vampire thing, you could see his arm rods.
It's a puppet. It's not written. It's not real. Nobody expects it to be. Everyone expects an arm rod. Are we crying about arm? We're crying about arm rods.
Everyone's gonna fire me.
He's not gonna fire any. He just talks. It's all time.
Please, it's not your own parents that are gonna fire you.
He's getting fired. Okay. Well, we have like 9 people who work with you. I think they're okay.
Anything could happen.
Oh, hi. Wait. Do I know any of you?
We're waiting on interviews.
We are.
I have no idea why I'm here. There's been so little communication.
Right, so none of you actually work on this show?
Not yet.
Okay, well, let me real quick. Yeah, we're gonna just do this real quick because they don't need to hear that right now. Okay.
Are you the one who's interviewing us?
Oh, God, no, honey, I'm the makeup artist. And who's this tall drinking Nestle's hot chocolate, huh?
Keep going.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna. You know who you remind me of? Yeah, Luther Vandross. Oh, don't get me started. I wish I could live inside that man's lung.
That's that's an odd thing to say.
Is it?
Yeah, after the first week, we filled 10 videotapes.
Wow. That much?
Wow. Yeah, well, between us girls, me, Kathy, and Audra, we were filming all the time. We were burning through them. Oh, yeah. I had to borrow $50 from this guy at church so I could buy more of the 3-pack 10 tapes.
Okay, not all at once. The producers of the show wanted everyone on staff to pitch ideas for the poster that we made for Danny the Clown Show. And there's a lot of us. So there were a lot of ideas to go around.
Wait a minute. Why didn't they all get post? What's going on here?
Wow, you could tell that I was pissed. That is the look I get on my face when I'm trying to remain calm, but inside I'm hurting.
Danny the Clown is in the house. I had to call a marketing campaign to get some feedback from the staff.
I didn't know this was happening, and we checked the answering machine before we left.
I could have sworn I called. I didn't call. Just totally spazzed out on that one. Forgot to call the star of the show to tell him that we were having a meeting. Whoops.
I can bring in the answering tape. There were no messages, other than Roger's department store calling about my layaway. Her jean jumper is paid.
I can pick up my jean jumper.
You know, he's doing this show right now. He's a clown, and maybe that's why they treat him the way they do. Maybe it's because his face is hidden with all the makeup, and it's so hard. It's so hard being a mom and watching them disrespect your child.
Danny, take a seat. You can sit right there at the front.
What do you want to do, sweetheart?
I'll stay here.
All right, I'll be back at 4. As the Mexicans would say, adios, pipalitos. Praying helps. I pray a lot.
I'm not staying here.
Why not?
I didn't really like when people looked down to me, but these were all adults, and I felt in over my head.
Just 'cause.
Jojo, what do you got?
3 quick ideas. Danny the Clown billboards. Danny the Clown in the mall. This one they said was too expensive and creepy. This one they said was stupid and creepy. This one they said was super creepy and nightmare inducing.
You know, I could tell he was upset. There was a meeting that he hadn't been told about, so I can understand.
Wait, what? Oh my word, I don't want to be seen.
We followed his friend Kim. She always seemed to know where he was hiding.
It's a Sony Watchman. My cousin Greg gave it to me for my birthday, but don't tell anyone. My mom doesn't even know I have it.
What are you watching?
FOL.
Ooh, facts of life. Pop quiz. Name the cast members' real names. Go.
Too easy. Lisa Welchel, Nancy McKeon, Mindy Cohn, Kim Fields, Charlotte.
Not anymore.
Cloris Leachman. Obviously.
Correct. But you didn't name all the boys. Right. Handyman
George Clooney?
Pretty sure it's 2 O's. Clooney, I think.
I can't believe they're going off the air. Saturday night's taking a bite.
Could you guys move closer together?
Yeah, I'm having a really hard time seeing you guys in my shot.
Oh my gosh. Audra got us both on camera. I was so little.
Like, duh, I don't need 2 extra shadows following me around everywhere.
Like, so we do.
Miss Lovell said we do so. That's what people in documentaries do. So go.
Yeah, pretend we're not lurking in your shadows.
So, how you doing?
Really?
For real. Come on, Danny. Tell Carla why you're in a mood.
Can we stop filming?
Are you in a mood because Facts of Life is ending?
No, the adults were having a meeting earlier today about how to market the show towards toddlers, and they didn't bother to, you know.
That stings.
Yeah.
It's your show. You made it up from off the top of your head, and you should have credit for that.
Kim. Yeah. Kim was a very good friend to me.
At first I thought you were both so different from me, but now I can see we're friends.
What about me? Am I your friend?
Yeah. Well, I had to leave Billy Boy in charge of the upstairs meeting so I could stay down here with Miss Smarty Pants. Her husband's not here today, and she really benefits from a man's influence.
Right here. This is more family-oriented.
That looks scary. That looks like it's a horror show.
How can you say that's a horror show?
You look like a peeping Tom.
I don't know if I'll ever forgive myself or if I'll ever forgive Bill. One of us should have taken responsibility. We should have made sure Danny was at those meetings.
This is more.
Where's your husband anyway?
It doesn't matter where my husband is.
Yes, it does. He's the one that begged me to come here. I gave up a good job in Detroit at the factory.
Solenja. Excuse me. Yes. Solenja. Yes. Could I see those marketing proposals, please? Sure, I would love to show them to you. And let's make sure they're appropriate for children.
What do you mean the one we'll be looking at?
You know, I left my other job because of conflict. There was just too much conflict.
We've got two of them here.
Okay, let me share this one first, then I'll let you share yours.
I thought if I got to work on this network, things would just be a little more commercially calm and just not such a problem.
Yeah, it's a clown.
Don't put it in my
He
face.
looks like a clown.
Don't put it in my face.
And I just don't want to see them lose everything.
Put it down.
Well, it looks much better.
Put it down.
This one's creepy. It's creepy as HE double toothpicks. I'm sorry. It is. I don't know.
We need to ask ourselves, what is Danny's purpose? You know, is he to entertain us or to make us laugh?
I'm just getting all dressed up so I can entertain people.
What's the purpose?
Or to creep people out.
Next, down there at the end. Yes, you.
My name's Tenjay.
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her on the... Right there. Go ahead.
Have fun with Dan the Man on Danny the Clown Show.
She was right. They are kind of scary and ghastly. They kind of mind me circa John Wayne Gacy. So I would pull back from like the serial killer vibe and maybe do a focus group of kids. And I wonder if I didn't show up one day if they'd even notice I was gone.
I'm not feeling appreciated.
No, not really. Sorry.
You're Danny the Clown, every kid's best friend. You can trust him with all your secrets.
No, that's...
Who tells a clown a secret?
I think that maybe we should bounce an idea off maybe the circus and make Danny seem more like it's more the circus and some fun, and put a top hat on him and he can be like, it's a circus time. What do you mean? Kids love the circus. They love the circus.
Next.
This is for little kids. You're gonna scare little kids to death. Let's give them a poster with a cuter picture of Danny the Clown. And let's give them something more musical.
We have a little girl who's going to sing for us. Nobody else like me.
Maybe since it's a local show, we could get out and be a little bit more interactive, you know?
Yeah, they weren't looking to get interactive. These people, I mean, they didn't care about the show. You know, they say, you know, you're going to care about your thing the most. They didn't care. If the show wouldn't have worked, they would have just moved on with their lives as adults, and it would have been my devastation.
Well, see, what we could do is like get balloons with Danny's face on it and the channel that our station is, and then put them up where kids play, like the park and, you know, sewer drains and stuff like that.
Sewer drains?
Well, they do.
When she said balloons, it gave me a cold chill. First of all, those two posters are different. One of them is ugly and the other one is awful. We need to make something totally different. You wanted my opinion, you asked for it. That's what you're gonna get.
You got it too. Okay, next.
Well, Danny claims he's a circus clown, and there's lots of acts in the circus.
You see, I'm a circus clown, and I do lots of acts in our circus.
So why don't we put all the acts on the poster and make it more inclusive?
Hold on, I see there's a kid over there, and there's a kid back there. Hi, how are you on the camera?
Oh my gosh, you've got footage of me. Oh, I totally forgot about this.
Now, you heard all these ideas, right? I'm sure you have an idea. Do any of these appeal to you?
Honestly, not really. I mean, I'm 11 years old. I'm a preteen. I don't really care about this kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
We need to represent the deaf children that watch the show. And you know that I have Chippy, and I am totally proficient in American Sign Language, so we need to do sign language.
Good morning, Chip.
Chip, did you just say good morning to Jan? Yes, I did, Dudley. Do you like to know how?
Overall, I thought it was a great segment. I mean, Janice being deaf forced Dudley to teach sign language, so I feel like the kids really learned a lot in that segment.
I tried to do some heavy stuff by introducing a deaf character. We even tried to tackle the AIDS crisis.
And I'm Barbara Walters, talking about a terrible disease we should all learn about.
We were trying to show how there were millions of people dying at the time and this devastating disease, but they said no, not on a show hosted by a teen clown.
That really wasn't the approach that we were looking for at all. We really wanted to keep it light, keep it funny. We were really hoping that he would help draw some younger viewers into the station. So we encouraged him to do some contests, giveaways, things like that.
You must have your letter in by August 20th. We'll put your name in a drawing. If it is chosen, you have a chance to win this nifty TV23 shirt. So join the fun. Send in your answer today.
While the gang is roasting their hot dogs, I'm gonna show you how to make s'mores. One thing we learned is that she really, really loves marshmallows.
Shallow. And don't get mad, that's not a slam or anything. It's just, girl, I've walked into puddles deeper than you.
Those two puppeteers, I remember, they hated each other.
I think that I don't pay much attention to a 32-year-old middle-aged woman who don't even know how to put her makeup on properly. I mean, think of me. I have my entire life to live. She's got one foot in the grave.
28.
Oh, sure you are.
If you've guessed the necklace, you're correct. The necklace begins with the letter N, not the letter C.
Post-production was using the most current technology. We were using cool transitions and wipes.
What kind of wipe? Well, something radical. A transition that is pink, neon green, purple, perhaps. Something to grab the audience and throw them into the story of Cinderella.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Cinderella. She lived with her evil stepsister.
I don't know where I was during that meeting, but I was just probably in a hiding spot somewhere staring at my Sony Watchman.
Continue.
The women get an invitation to attend the ball, and Cinderella says, then I can go too. And her stepsister says, you?
You?
No, it's more like you.
You!
You? Cried the stepsister, and she laughed and she laughed.
Oh, we can give her a V for her eyebrows.
Oh, like a furrowed brow. Kids will immediately know she's evil.
We'll use blonde for Cinderella because everyone knows that blondes are super sympathetic.
Super true.
But it says every girl in the kingdom must be there.
Would you people just carry on with the story?
Cinderella went back to the garden. How I wish I could go to the ball.
How I wish I could go to the ball, said Cinderella, but it's no use. Wishes never come true.
Then the fairy godmother pops in.
Oh, this is the special effects. You guys need to pay attention.
Yeah, this is where the godmother magically pops in. Puppeteer is going to need to keep the Cinderella puppet perfectly still.
Oh, you two will need to keep perfectly still.
Don't harp on us. It's up to the puppeteer.
But it's no use. Wishes never come true. Never, my dear, said a voice. Cinderella looked up. There was a little woman with a wand.
We were so proud of that effect, being able to watch the fairy godmother disappear into thin air. You know, it's like Bewitched.
You could watch Bewitched?
Oh no, I definitely could not watch Bewitched or I Dream of Jeannie, because my dad felt both of those shows promoted sorcery.
She too must try on the slipper. He bent down and slipped the slipper onto her foot.
Do we have any puppet operators that aren't teenagers?
Or elderly, or incompetent?
All right.
No.
Listen, you people are going to have to be on top of your game for the ballroom scene. I need a slow pan from over there by the artificial trees all the way back around to the prince when he says, may I have this dance?
Oh, we're gonna glue a mustache on Dudley so he looks more like a handsome prince.
So Cinderella went to the palace and married the prince, and they lived happily ever after.
You work so hard on these puppets. You dedicate a life to puppetry, and it's not about me. They're the ones who aren't appreciated.
Do you feel like you have to stick up for the puppets? Because they don't have a voice of their own?
Absolutely. If I don't, nobody will.
This is quite an opportunity. Now hold still. I got to wrap this poster board around you. You know, sort of like an apron.
Well, we work with food every week because it's cheap and it's easy, and the clown boy can get by with it. But he wants the food handlers this week to make something with the letter C. So he calls it Cinnamon Surprise.
You don't have a real apron?
sprung the cooking segment on me today. Danny thought it through on the toilet.
It looks cheap. Why does he get to go on camera?
I'm the only guy here built slender.
Okay, Julie, child.
Aren't you supposed to wear makeup or something?
No, they're gonna cut my face off because they don't like my speaking voice.
As far as the viewers are concerned, my sexy, husky voice will be the voice of the chef.
So you're the brains and he's the body.
Guess that's right. Good job, kids. Once you get all the ingredients on it, the cinnamon, the nuts, and the sugar and all that, then we'll sit back and we'll enjoy the cinnamon surprise.
May I lay my hands on you, son? Say a little prayer. You seem a bit nervous.
Yes.
I'm a woman of faith, strong faith. I'm Irish Catholic, which is very, very devout, very devout. My religion is very serious to me.
You must be Daddy's mom.
Oh, yes.
Hi, I'm Margie, the new writer they hired.
Do you want to see my new jean jumper?
Absolutely.
I just picked it up from layaway.
Oh, wow.
It buttons all the way down the bottom and it ties in the back.
Oh, wow, that's gorgeous.
It's made out of that denim material that they make jeans from.
Do you have down there in that basement with all your noisemakers a neck crusher?
Actually, yes, we do.
Oh, good. I'm going to need one for the cinnamon surprise.
After the war, I dated a showgirl named Cinnamon Surprise.
You young men and your filthy libidos.
Hey, guys, what do you think about promoting toaster ovens to toddlers? I mean, electrocution stuff.
We do anything related to food. That's what a food handler does. It's props related to food. Since this week, however, it's a letter C, we're buying carrots. Now, Danny supposedly wrote a song. I'm sure it'll be a good song. But he's throwing carrots down on two puppets' heads that are trying to sing. I just don't understand.
It looks like something silly, like you'd see it on the Muppet Show.
Yeah, we got this thing going on with the carrots and the puppets, and we got insurance problems. So I tell the clown boy, if you're going to do this thing, you got to handle both the puppets yourself. If you want to put an eye out, go for it.
Carrie said you had a question?
Yeah.
Oh, you're filming.
Kim's showing me what it's like being a guest in the show, like backstage in a dressing room. It's really fun.
Cool.
What do you think of these buttons?
Oh, they're incredible. Do they say VHS, VCR? We finally got a VCR back at my house. It's about time.
Well, my uncle works at Meyer Video. He gave them to me.
They're so contempt.
That's short for contemporary, right?
The only problem is I don't think you should wear them for the farmer theme. It just doesn't go with the whole farmer theme. You're supposed to be a country bumpkin.
And on that farm we have a frog. E-I-E-I-O. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. How much are 5 of them?
Not for sale.
How much for 1 of them?
Not for sale.
Oh, come on.
I think we're running out of words.
Yeah, me too. We've got Candy, Criminal.
Yeah. Music was a big part of the show. My mom taught piano lessons for 50 years. So yeah, definitely music was a big part of the show.
Actually, we have our hands really full. We just need all the C words that we can have in the song.
Wow, I was such an opinionated person. I love the flashy outfits from the 80s. I hadn't found my love of food, so I hardly ate.
We've got some stuff so far, right?
I guess we do.
For the directive we got from Danny, it was coming up with C words that all corresponded with being a crazy criminal.
I can't believe you have footage of my writing that song. I look so young. That's crazy. When was this photographed? What year was it?
Okay. Show us what you got, baby.
Hello, I'm a crazy criminal. You see, I have committed a crime. To a candy store.
Give me some candy now.
Right before my eyes, I saw a chocolate chip cookie. I snuck it into my coat because I had no cash with me. The cashier at the checkout counter caught me. The police came over and commanded me to get in their car. I complain.
I can't believe we misspelled complaint. What a hack show.
Crime doesn't pay, so don't steal things or you'll get caught. Just like I did.
Mr. Steadman, I love this electronic keyboard. I've got this keyboard that Danny went out and bought with his own money. Well, it's got all kinds of bells and whistles. It makes all kinds of different noises, and like horns and bells and whistles, and you can make it loud or soft. Sometimes it even has guitar, harp, anything you can think of, it's on there. It's very modern, very contemporary, and that's what he's shooting for, I believe. You did good getting rid of the piano and getting something more modern and techy.
Pianos are so old, right? Like, what's it supposed to be, children's Bible hour?
What a sarcastic little prick I was. So witty.
Who's gonna be singing the part of the redhead?
I am.
And the blonde? Me, obviously. Gonna have to get rid of that gum in your mouth. We're not running a brothel.
I don't know much about TV and stuff, so. I mean, I'm just a girl from Mississippi. I don't know anything, so.
I'll be singing this Chip.
And that makes me Dudley.
Now, I'm finally in a show. The show of my dreams.
All right, I want some nice 3-part harmonies when we do the E-I-E-I-O's. Make me believe we're really on a farm.
I was getting better with authority and taking ownership of my own project, responsibility for it.
Are those the best farm animals we can find?
They gave me a bull.
Topcasting.
Shut up.
And I'm a frog. Ribbit.
Because you sort of resemble a frog? I meant your accent. Your British accent's froggy. That's why we call British people froggies.
Yeah, there's that sarcasm again, that West Michigan sarcasm rearing its ugly head again. But, I mean, if I never would have wanted to make anybody feel bad. That would have made me feel awful.
I'm really sorry.
No, pish tosh. You didn't offend me at all.
I wasn't talking about your physical size. I was
fine.
just...
You didn't offend me at all. I thought it was hilarious.
Places, everyone. You should already be out
You need
here
to be over here, okay?
Ready to go. Come on, let's go.
Okay, it's just a rehearsal, right?
All right.
I've gotten this all obsessed with the Rubik's Cube.
And this is what I'm be talking to. What's your character's name, Kim?
Farmer Girl Betty.
Right. And I'll ask you if you know Old MacDonald, a catchy chorus. 2 words that start with a letter C.
And I'll say yes.
All right, and that's when the music's going to kick in. And 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a bull, E-I-E-I-O. With snort, snort here and a honk, honk there. Here a snort, there a snort, everywhere a honk, honk. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a frog, E-I-E-I-O. With a ribbit, ribbit here and a croak, croak there. Here a ribbit, there a ribbit, everywhere a croak, croak. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Hope that it just goes this well after I put my makeup on.
Yes. Watch out, careful.
Thanks for joining us this week on Danny the Clown Show. Be sure you tune in next week. Bye.
You remember at the end of this episode, we took the footage to Miss Lovell and showed her everything that we got? No. We did? Yep. And she said that we really needed to take the time to find the heart of Danny, to really flesh out his personality.
Oh, I hated it when she used to say, flesh out.
What's with all this electrical tape?
Mom says we can't have any copyrighted images on the show.
Yeah, like this is going to be on national television. This is only for extra credit.
True, but she says that if the Danny the Clown Show ever becomes a big hit and phenomenon, then we can't have anything like this on TV. She says I'm next Michael Landon.
Yeah, okay. Wow, these are all your toys. Tell us how you became Danny the Clown. Was it that toy right there?
This was in my crib when I was younger. I don't know if it subconsciously had an influence on me.
Were you always into clowns?
Well, kind of.
Big Bozo fan?
Not particularly. I was mainly more interested in this highly famous rodent.
He dances. Fun.
And I used to watch movies on this toy. My friend Sarah and I, we would go in the backyard and pretend we were making movies. And one time, we pretended we were on we pretended we were castaways. And this is my white sailor's cap.
How'd you get an autograph from 1964?
Well, Mom got it for me at an auction one time, and it was my very big, expensive Christmas present.
You had a dummy?
A ventriloquism phase.
Yeah, let's cut out of the 70s. Oh, I can see that you're really big into game shows and sitcoms. Wow.
I'd love to have him as a pet. And I feel like I'm kind of like Michael J. Fox. I have Michael J. Fox hair.
Yeah, right.
I took this picture into the barber one time and told him to do my hair like Alex P. Keaton's.
Wow. Oh, is that who you're going to marry?
I wish. Blair is the most beautiful woman in the world.
No, I don't think it's ever going to happen between me and Lisa Welchel for so many reasons.
No, she is in her 20s.
Doesn't matter. When I get older, I'm going to have the body of Tony Danza.
Yeah, and right now, you have the body of Pat Sajak.
Shut up. Oh my gosh. Do you
know this?
Yes, I know this. Never mind.
Hi, girls. I hope it's okay I borrowed your videotape camera, or VHS camcorder, as you call it. You kids are having such fun in the basement, I just wanted to record you. As you know, Danny doesn't have many school friends after all the boys turned on him in 6th grade for choosing that comb and mirror set from the prize bag.
Multiple choice. A person who suffers from claustrophobia is afraid of high places,
spaces.
confined spaces, or open
Yes.
spaces.
Oh, she got it. I did it.
No.
Yes, I did.
It's confined spaces, not
Oh,
tight spaces.
Dang it.
It's fine. Up five.
It's fine.
I'm so glad he has such special friends like you girls who are being so supportive of his dream. I'm going to use your camera to get some movie shots of you kids playing board games.
How can you play if you know it?
It's fun watching Danny not be a TV host or a TV producer and just be 13. Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, here we go.
The letter K episode.
This is when everything started falling to crap.
Yeah.
These are the 4 puppets that we're not using. Which one do you want to make into Katie?
Let's go with the blonde girl.
That one's mine.
Our audiences are more likely to connect with blonde girls.
We made sure that he was included in all of the planning meetings.
Or we could totally put one of my wigs on Sammy and make him into a girl, like a sassy girl, you know, like Jack A. Harry. Have you seen the ratings for 227?
Nope, I made up my mind. We're going with the blonde girl. We're in West Michigan. There are a lot of little Dutch blonde girls everywhere. They all came in a little.
Tensions were rising by the letter K episode. Ratings for the second show were not very good, and I think Danny found out about that.
Excuse me? We need to desexualize Katie the puppet by bringing up the neckline just a little bit. How about that?
I could, put her in a ruffled prairie dress.
Perfect. Thank you. You understand? Thank you.
Now, please tell me the letter K is going well.
Yeah, I got the women down there auditioning for the lead part.
Good.
Okay, yeah, a little competition around here would be good.
For the letter K. I'll play a few notes, and when it's your turn, I want you to follow along as best as you can. My name is K, is Miss K. My name is K, is Miss K. Let me begin.
My name is K, it's Miss K.
Okay, we are trying to bring a puppet to life, so let's be a little bit more lively this time, please.
My name is K, it's Miss K.
Okay, that's enough. We'll start with you.
My name is K, is Miss K.
My name is K, is Miss K.
Wait, what is this, a man puppet?
We wanted to create more of a plot for the show, more of an obstacle for Danny to overcome. So in this handwritten script, that is my mom's handwriting, we were definitely trying to give him a hurdle.
Is this the episode where they were supposed to all remember it was Danny's birthday?
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Danny.
Happy birthday.
My friends in the circus remember that it's my birthday.
Did the writers finally learn how to create tension for Danny?
And the letter of the week is K, so stay tuned for lots more fun on Danny the Clown Show.
Puppets.
Yeah, the puppets. We make puppets. It's a lot of fun.
We're working on, actually, what we're doing is the complicated letter K, since K
Well,
is our letter of
it's not
the
that
week.
hard. It's not cursive, so.
Well, no, it's not, but it's more complicated than the O.
Right here.
And here's our model that we're using.
Lips.
We haven't completed
Gotta do
the letter K
eyes.
yet, but we are working on it currently.
Yes, we are.
So
So
what
we have
about
the
the
boning
eyes?
of the letter K, and let's see here. Oh no, those are too big.
I found the foam actually. I got it from this couch over here.
Is it wrong that I'm sexually aroused by a letter of the alphabet?
Thank God Kmart finally closed. I couldn't drive by one for years.
Oh, that song.
That song wakes me up in the middle of the night.
Well, hello, Johnny the Clown.
Yep, that's me.
Well, hello, Vera. How are you doing today?
Fine, Johnny.
It was getting hard for Danny to find guest stars, so he started asking the crew to put down our cameras and be a guest star on the show.
You became such a diva. The fame went straight to your head.
Yeah.
Oh, you were insufferable.
No. The cucumbers stay on my eyes and you work around them, okay?
All right, hold on, Liza Minnelli. Here we go. Give me the blue one. No, not that. You know what, Danny? You cannot come in here right now, okay? We have a whole blue eyeshadow situation happening.
Do you have a rule for me, Danny?
Danny never put me in the show.
Oh, honey, you're an understudy, okay? You get to play this role if this one dies between now and 2 p.m., God forbid. All right, well, yeah, pull it up. There we go.
Yeah, Danny wanted to see if any of the crew members had experience handling animals.
Work experience.
Well, one time at a birthday party, a bird fell off a tree and I didn't let it die.
They had no idea we were going to have a live snake on set that day.
I have feet hands.
I don't know what that is.
I can handle animals with my hands and my feet.
So I use my taekwondo.
I would definitely make sure that they're comfortable and that they wouldn't get hurt or anything.
Okay, everyone.
Oh my God!
Whoa. Wait, what are you doing? What's wrong with you?
Vera's the circus's snake charmer. She snarms snakes. She snarms snakes.
I had no business being on TV. None.
Where's your snake, Vera?
Claudia's in my tent.
We got approval on this gold towel.
I did all of this research on microfiche in the library, and I convinced Danny the clown to allow us to have the snake charmer wear this golden towel. It pops on camera.
Tell us what a Foley artist does.
Well, when we film, you don't hear all the sound sometimes, so we come up with sound effects.
We enhance the sound to
Right,
make it loud.
like footsteps.
Well, this one you got a young actress.
Yeah, with the sash, the swish with
And
the
she's
sash.
just twirling the sash around. So you just to make it a little more that you can hear the sash, you got to come up with a sound
Does that sound like
to
it?
repeat it. Just swirl and twirl and twirl.
That's not it at all. That's our job,
But
and we love it.
Yeah.
You can't think of anything why today is special?
Oh my word, I almost forgot. It's Claudia's birthday.
We're going to need to bleep God out of that line where she says, oh my God.
Why? Oh my God.
She's taking the Lord's name in vain, and we can't be promoting that at this network.
What difference does that make?
That's not even his name, it's his title.
That's his title.
It's not a title, it's a name, trust me. I mean, it is possible that some of the toddlers in the audience are atheistic children.
Are you kidding me? They're all Christians. Everyone in America is a Christian,
But
right?
and they're toddlers.
And they're toddlers.
They're
All
Christian
toddlers are
toddlers.
Christians.
We need a song about a kite. What do we do?
Let's make a rap song. That's what's new. That's what's in.
About a kite?
We
A
should
rap
get
song about a
to
kite.
something edgy, like we're flying a kite, kite, kite.
Well, no, we can't do kite. That's KKK.
How about if I draw, and then you can start with a figure, and then
Yes.
and then we'll do the kites the same size as the ones that you have, and as you get closer, it has the same effect.
Yes. Of course, if you bump the poster board, then you're gonna have to start all over again from scratch.
Oh boy, this makes me nervous.
Why won't anybody remember it's my special day? It's my birthday.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Katie. You remember, don't you?
Remember what?
Don't you realize what day it is?
No.
Never mind. It seems like nobody cares.
Well, Danny, gotta go.
Yeah, see ya, Katie.
Yeah, I think the storyline of the show was actually affecting my behavior, and plus the low ratings and the crappy production value, I was completely melting down.
My dream is to build Christian TV stations all over this country.
Well, I think that's great, Bill, but we're kind of working here.
To really spread the gospel in all of the big cities. You know how dangerous Detroit is? I went to a Tigers game once. Those fans are beasts. For 2 cents, they'd cut you in the neck.
Is there something you needed, Bill?
I'm telling you, those guys in Detroit are built for fighting. They need Jesus ASAP.
Blondie, I appreciate what you did trying to cover the bottom of the screen with that orange strip to hide the puppeteers' heads.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Which bozo didn't frame out the heads?
Let's not refer to our cameramen as bozos. That's disrespectful.
Clowns, mostly.
Yeah, well, you want to do this or you want me to do it for you?
You, please.
Okay, the mistake was unforgivable. I appreciate what you tried to do. Which idiot should I fire?
What are you asking me for? I'm the editor. I am not their superior.
Which idiot? Which one?
I don't think people understand how their words can be hurtful.
Which one?
Well, it was Bane's camera, right?
No. I can't lose my job. My first wife, she said, why do you want to be a photographer? I like being a photographer. Yeah, I don't get paid the most, but it's something I like doing. She always liked to say, why don't you get a real job?
Give me your equipment. Go over to accounting. Fill out the dismissal paperwork. I'm going to pay you through the letter K episode.
It was nice working with you, Bane.
Yeah.
We can still be friends?
Sure. A lifetime's not too long to live as friends. Michael W. Smith.
I'm so sorry.
First wife was right to leave me on Christmas. This is a horrible, cutthroat profession. The year comes, it's Christmas night, we get back from the in-laws, and she's packing. And she's leaving. And she says, I'm not coming back. And she didn't. That was it. And she couldn't even have waited till the next day. She'd had enough.
I don't understand. You just fired him.
The show is crumbling.
Is it really crumbling?
Yeah, let me explain this to you, clown boy. We're on the verge of cancellation.
Bane was going to play Kevin, the guest who forgets it's Danny the Clown's birthday.
Kevin is in the band, in the circus. He plays the cornet.
And why would we cast a camera operator into the show cast? That makes no sense.
He looked the most like a Kevin.
Okay, we can handle this. Bill, you're gonna play Kevin since Rowan just fired Bane. You can do it.
I am so not an actor.
I need you to do this. All you need to do is go on stage with the trumpet.
But
I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
I'll take you to hair and makeup. You'll do fine. Wow, that's kind of odd, seeing me hold his arm like that. Gives me the shivers. It's creepy, considering what eventually... I don't want to talk about that situation. It's morose.
Well, Kevin, know anything special about today?
I can't think of anything.
Nothing special at all?
Wow. Bill's such a natural on camera.
This whole episode was just chaotic for me. I mean, it was just a blur. I mean, there was a rewrite. His friend didn't show up, so he just dragged me along. And he's just like, "Hey, Bill," he handed me this trumpet. He's like, play Kevin. I'm like, I don't want to be on camera. What are you doing? That's not part of my job description.
Hi, Danny. How you doing?
Hi, Kelly.
You know, it was just a regular work day for me. I was in the office getting my stuff done, and Danny was shooting a scene, and he really needed somebody to come in and play the popcorn girl.
Kelly's the circus's popcorn girl. She sells popcorn at the circus.
That's right. You want some popcorn, Danny?
Oh, I love to. Oh, delicious. Thank you, Kelly.
He must be a good actor because he sure looked like he enjoyed that popcorn. Later, you know, that was really, really one of the worst days we had.
Well, yeah, the snake that Bill was handling got out of the cage in the wee hours of the morning.
It ate the popcorn in the middle of the night. So Danny had to eat some air-popped, unsalted, unbuttered popcorn that he absolutely hated. It was disgusting.
Notice anything special about today?
No.
Not anything special today?
Oh, it's a week before Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, well, I guess.
He took it out on the food stylists.
To be clear, Danny never behaved like that. He was cracking.
Can someone please tell me why the popcorn tasted like
Well, when we got here this morning, there've been
There's snakes in the
bag.
No, this wasn't normal behavior that I'd ever seen.
He never talked like that.
So we had to start popcorn over again, and we didn't get a chance to put the salt and butter on it.
I was so thrown by the taste, but I called our own guest a popcorn girl.
Kelly's the circus's popcorn girl. She sells popcorn at the circus.
That's right.
I was filming. I was at a lower angle. His temper tantrum really scared me. I think I went in the bathroom, maybe, and that's where I found his friend Kim. She was crying.
I didn't realize I'd made her cry. No wonder she quit. She quit the show.
All of my words. I mean, come on. I called the popcorn delicious. It wasn't delicious.
Oh, delicious. Thank you, Kelly.
Hey! These are women of a particular age. Would you talk to your grandma with that mouth? Respect.
I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, maybe that's why you shouldn't have 14-year-olds running a TV show. They can't handle the stress.
Is this the machine you used?
Yeah.
Give me this.
That was really scary.
Oh, yeah. Well, if I'd have had the power to cancel the show, I would have canceled it and sent the boy back to high school.
I'm sure the episode had a happy ending, but we were all traumatized.
Nobody remembered it was my birthday. You remembered! Oh, thank you!
To be honest with you, this show is on the bubble. We started strong with the letter V.
Yeah.
And we started with about 400 viewers, and last time I checked, we were down to the low 282s.
I have thumbtacks that we can use to hang the posters. I brought them in from home. They're from my personal collection.
Thank you, Ned.
Danny can't be here today. He's at school. He's just a boy. Also, he's very sorry for the temper tantrum last week. I blame myself. When I was pregnant, I watched a lot of All in the Family, and I think that the negative influence of Archie Bunker could be heard in utero.
I was doing pretty well at home, just remaining a kid, keeping my head on straight. My parents and my sisters definitely made sure of that. but at work I was falling apart at the seams.
I had the craziest experience with this product. Okay, so I was gelling my rabbit, Scarlett O'Hara. Okay, and I named her Scarlett O'Hara because that rabbit was a racist. Okay, hand to God. A Mexican man delivered me a pizza and she tore a hole in the screen door big enough to get out. Yeah, and now there's like flies swarming all over my living room because there's a rabbit-sized hole in my screen. Oh, and Scarlett O'Hara decided she'd rather live down the street with a white family.
Ladies, could you tone this down for a little bit? I'm really trying to catch the good parts of Sally Jesse. I need to be able to really focus on this interview tonight, and this is going to help.
Let me tell you what. This boy is stressed out by the encroaching fingers of the network. Ooh, those falling ratings. Ugh. All right, well, that's good.
We tried to put on a good show. We even had a sketch of the nightly news.
Welcome to Nightly 9 o'clock News Brief. I'm Nathaniel Nelson.
More ideas from all of you. Go on.
I'm proud of my nut nibbler idea.
And I'm going to use it. It's funny.
Thank you.
Tonight, in the nation, it has been announced that the National Organization of Nut Nibblers is to be holding their annual meeting in New York this November. There should be plenty of squirrels at this one.
What about Naomi's noodles? There's something funny there. Maybe Naomi from the Bible was the first woman to invent noodles.
I think half the staff was in that writer's room trying to make the nightly news segment funny.
How about a detective story who has a nose for crime?
And we can make a dog puppet and we can give him a magnifying glass. How cute would that be?
Let's get more sophisticated and literate. What about something about a writer named Nancy Nixon?
We're desperate. We'll write it in.
Nancy Nixon's new novel entitled Nordic Noses will be hitting the bookshelves next week. This is Nancy's 9th novel and sure to be noteworthy.
Is it just me, people, or should we also include something about the music industry? I mean, everybody loves the music industry.
The Night Owl and the Nightingale has recently signed a record contract with New Nest Records.
Yeah, I knew that was a good idea. And if you want, I can sing.
I'm Nathaniel Nelson, and this has been Nightly 9 o'clock News Brief.
Yes, the panic was palpable to put on a good show. Danny was interviewing a little boy, was working on it, and he forgot to put on his clown pants.
Can anyone tell me why Danny isn't wearing pants?
It's in his boxer shorts.
Camera 2, please frame out Danny's naked legs. This isn't Chippendales.
I'm standing next to a nurse here, and nurse starts with N, our letter of the day.
Okay, so you want to talk about the interview with the nurse.
I think we have to.
We should have planned it better. We should have rehearsed, but we couldn't get Danny back from the set until he was done with his episode of Sally Jesse Raphael.
And we are going to talk about something, a real life nurse.
As opposed to the carcass of a dead nurse.
What is your name?
Dawn.
Dawn. Hi, Dawn. And can you explain to us, okay, first let's tell the kids, how many years does it take to become a nurse?
Depends on what you really want.
Okay, can you tell us some of the tools nurses use?
Well, we use this stethoscope.
Okay, let's get a good shot of that.
Come on, give me a close-up on the stethoscope. Camera 3, now!
We have no second camera. You fired the cameraman.
Close up on the stethoscope, stat.
And we use this to listen to your heart, and we also use it for when we take blood pressures. Now here, I have a blood pressure thing.
Okay, why don't you show us what that does here?
The biggest mistake of my career was asking Dawn to demonstrate that blood pressure thing.
Okay.
The show came to a screeching halt. I realized that as soon as the words came out of my mouth.
Sure, why don't you do it on me? Sure, that sounds great.
Look at his poor arm. His hand's just dangling in the wind.
Come on, somebody get a shelf for Clown Boy to put his arm on.
He needs more help than that.
Okay, and what's this for again right here? Do the doctors use these?
Some doctors do. It depends on if there's a nurse around or not. It's been a while since I used this.
Okay.
Danny, come on, say something. You can hear it.
Oh.
You can.
Wow.
The squeezing of the sphygmomanometer was a great metaphor for the life that was being squeezed out of those little young viewers.
We finally figured out how to get a close-up of the blood pressure thing. But that did not make the silence any less deadly.
Okay, and what is it doing right now?
I'm taking your blood pressure, and that tells me what your blood pressure is.
Okay, and does that help? What's that help doctors find out? Find out.
I don't know. She just looked. Is she really a nurse, or is she just somebody dressed up for Halloween?
Camera 2, definitely the latter.
Focus.
It lets them know what your blood pressure is so that they can keep track of it to let it know if it's good or bad.
Okay, how's mine? Or is it hard to tell?
Suddenly I'm from the South. Hard to tell.
Or is it hard to tell?
What a question, Danny.
Yours is good.
Well, good.
He's alive! The boy in the makeup is going to live!
Okay, let's see here now.
Steadman.
All this.
He was stuttering and stammering. Everyone in the studio was trying to cautiously slip away.
Stuff. Have you ever had any of this done to you at your doctor's office?
Another great question.
I kind of knew we were over right then and there. I knew we were as good as dead. There's just no way restless 3-year-olds were going to sit through this.
Well, I want to thank you very much for coming on to Danny the Clown Show today. I really appreciate it. Let's give a big round of applause for Dawn.
Please.
The nurse.
Their body language, the way they just turned away from each other. Painful.
You should be glad you were in this air-conditioned room.
Well, everyone out there was sweating too, so...
You should have seen Danny. He looked like a call girl who just found out his trick was Jimmy Swaggart. Did you see him last week? Ah, hail sand!
Shut up. I gave so much money to that man. He seems so legit.
Have you seen Danny?
I haven't, sweetheart.
Have you?
You know what? After that interview, I doubt he's going to want to chat.
Have you seen Danny?
Girls.
There you are.
Finally. What's wrong? It wasn't that bad.
All my questions were terrible.
You were just trying to save an interview that was pretty much unsavable.
Can you just go? Please? I don't want to be filmed.
Kim wanted to give these to you.
Yeah, Kim. Then why isn't she here?
She kind of left the show after you murdered the air popper.
Well, then I can't accept these. I took out all my anger on the popcorn machine, and then I made Kim, like one of my best friends, leave the show. I mean, it's not okay.
Well, I'll give you this pin as this Peabody Award goes to you for teaching children all over West Michigan how to count to 9. Thank you for your contribution to our society.
Thank you.
And this Cable Ace Award goes to Danny the Clown for his outstanding children television show. Even though it was public access, we still honor you.
Thanks.
This site Fiction Award goes to you for teaching children about the terrifying reality of vampires. It's never too early to start terrorizing toddlers.
Thanks again.
This Emmy Award goes to you for the longest awkward silence in television history. From the interview you just finished with Dawn.
Thanks, guys.
You know what? One day I'll think you'll recover from this. And your dream will succeed of marrying Lisa Welchel. She will be lucky to have you as her very, very young husband.
There are so many options for a creative young man like you. For example, old people love clowns. Maybe you could cheer up the infirmed. To find nursing homes, maybe you could reach out to Dawn, the nurse.
The show ended so abruptly in the summer, we decided to follow up with some of the crew member and see what happened to most of them.
I think I had a stolen list of phone numbers for everybody.
We are still here at TV23 making exciting productions.
Yeah, it's a bummer the network canceled Danny, but that's the way this business goes.
Oh, onward and upward is what I always say.
You didn't let me finish my sentence. Keep cutting me off.
Really?
It's ingenious, really. We've discovered a way to animate Aesop's fables without really writing anything.
Yeah, Erlong and I, we just cut the shapes out.
And then we move them from side to side. The camera cuts off our fingers so it looks like the animals are moving, see?
And with much less expenditure than regular animation.
It's super cheap, like dirt cheap.
Well, I don't care what y'all say. This is going to be so much better than that sad little clown program. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that, y'all. Should I?
You shouldn't.
Here. This is my boyfriend Charlie, and he has come up with this amazing idea that is just making us a ton of money.
Yeah, well, people want to know the stock market, right? Sports scores, what it is, it's a recording call center that's ad supported. You just punch in a code that goes with your interest. Do you like movies? That's 22541. That's the code.
I come in and I'm the voice on the recording, and I say, Roger Rabbit made $11.2 billion domestically in its second week.
It's like a highway for no, it's more like a super highway for information.
It really is. We're so good. We're the future. Landlines.
I've been going to college to be a chemical hygiene officer, but I'm also getting a certificate in mimery. It's a beautiful art form. One I don't have to talk too much.
Well, I mean, it is a little embarrassing. I mean, you know, it was a few weeks after, you know, the show stopped that we found out that neither one was a foreigner. I mean, you know, I was I was pretending to be British so I could impress Imperia.
And I'm not Scottish at all. I just pretended to be European so I could make Gio feel more comfortable.
How embarrassing.
Do we have egg on our face or white?
In fact, I don't even wear glasses, you know. I don't even have lenses, these are fake.
He thought it made him look more book learned.
I'm not doing too much right now. I just want to be retired and stay at home with my cats. How did you girls find me anyway?
We're still here at TV23. Production's been a little slow, so they've got us making commercials.
And we're selling off some of the equipment that we don't need.
We've got all the buttons you need. An eject button, a stop button, an audio dub for channel 1.
Which would be great if you're interested.
That is, if your parents have an extra $1,200.
Well, you know, it could be great for the school project that you're editing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are still in the business of designing puppets. We make Sunday school puppets.
But since none of us is an actual seamstress, we just get old dolls at thrift stores.
I have special relationships at all the local thrift stores.
Relationships? What are you doing? Sleeping with ex-cons that work at Goodwill just to save 50 cents on some stinky doll?
To suggest that's so unkind.
We take dolls and remove the inside stuffing and turn them into puppets.
Yeah, look. Just rip open the crotch and just take out the stuffing.
Hello, boys and girls. Who wants to hear the story of the Good Samaritan?
no longer working in TV, girls.
I need her home to help me achieve my goals.
I help my husband keep his treasure running. We plan to drive to see Old Faithful this summer.
That seems like a very good nickname for me.
You are old and faithful, Mia, sweetie.
Oh.
I don't do makeup anymore. I'm a freshman in college. I'm studying fish. I've always loved fish.
Well, I still do hair and makeup, but I came back to my salon. It's, Sherlock Combs. You should come see me because now I do facials. And I use the latest technology. Oh my gosh, you're gonna be so excited.
Really?
Take off your glasses. Okay, here we go.
You're not going to use your hands?
No, this is electronic. It's really great. It's amazing. Put it on like this, and then.
What are these things?
Oh, they're the electronics. They're the electronics part. They're great. They shoot little electronic pulses through your head into your skull. It's great. You put it on like this, and then we go like that. Okay, let's get it started. Oh, do you like?
No!
I remember the first time we kissed. It woke my heart with amazing bliss.
Just thinking, what rhymes with kiss. There aren't that many words, and then I thought of it, bliss.
When it comes to love.
I've been keeping up my friendship with all the other musicians on the show, and the ladies have been doing me a huge favor by backing me up in my new music video.
Yeah, I've seen that video. I liked it a lot better when Robert Palmer did it the first time with the bigger budget.
We planted something that started to grow. It didn't take long to get out of control.
1 month after the show ended, I approached my former boss and asked her if she'd ever marry somebody from the photo department.
Well, his contract had expired and all ties were severed, so there was no way, shape, or form that I was still his boss.
That show just burned me out. Kids shows they're not my thing. But most of the stuff, I don't know if you noticed it or not, that I wear is clothes that I designed myself. All the things on it, all those decorations, I do with this fabric paint. And I think the stuff looks pretty neat, and I get a lot of compliments about it. I've always been into fashion. This is doll's hair. I sewed it on myself just to make the shirt have some pop to it, some epaulets. And people really love it. And some people say, well, why? Well, I say, why not? It's there. Let's go for it. As soon as we get done here, I'm coming out with this new line of clothes. It's called Rowan's Relaxables. Can you dig it?
Well, the cancellation of his show slowed him down a bit for several weeks, really, and he was so sad. He just lay on his bed, staring into space, cracking nuts and listening to his best Sandy Patty records.
Oh my gosh, I love that Sandy Patty record. Was it a morning like this?
But he's so excited about you girls coming over today to play. I think he's getting his creativity back.
Welcome to Basement Wheel of Fortune. I'm your host, Pat Sajak, and please help me give a round of applause for my co-host, Vanna White.
Hi.
You look very beautiful in that dress, Vanna.
Thank you. It's made from the finest Christmas tinsel.
Oh, good. So Danny is friends with Kim again?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He had me look her up in the white pages, and I called her Mom, and we went over there a few weeks ago so Danny could apologize.
I'm feeling confident with A.
Ah,
Danny was in the bathroom and he saw our bathroom scale and he thought it looked like the Wheel of Fortune, so he took it apart and made his own wheel, and he got to play Pat Sajak, and his friend Kim, she was Vanna White.
I think I am going for E. E is right here.
Right here.
And
Oh my gosh, Basement Wheel of Fortune. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I was filming it. Oh, you guys were so small and sweet and innocent. Not at all like you are now.
True.
I can't believe no one can solve this yet. Like, this is pretty easy.
anybody?
Vera the Snake Charmer.
Yes! Hey, wait a second.
Oh my
It's
gosh, I
Vera,
can't
the
believe
snake
you.
charmer.
You put my name on there from Danny the Clown Show?
She snarms snakes. Where's your snake, Vera?
Now, you can either take the money or you can choose the backyard cruise.
I'll take the backyard cruise.
Nice decision.
Right, sit down.
Am I good? My trusty doggy. Or you can do that. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, I just want to see him be able to do what he wants to do and what he loves. I don't want to see people, you know, pushing him down and not letting that creativity thrive. He has so much of it, and I want to make sure that he can share it with the whole world.
Remember that time we had a show that was on TV?
Yeah, it was a time. It was a time.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was a beautiful show. We laughed a lot. I really think we did. I think things sometimes turn out the way they're meant to be, and we had a great time on the show, although there were probably a lot more tears than laughter, if I'm being honest. But I think from time to time, we did come together as a group, got things done, as a TV family.
That's probably when my film career began, directing my first movie called The Life Story of Lady Jane Grey. You know, it was a real Merchant Ivory, you know, Miramax type level production.
It's been so long, child. So long. I've missed you, Lady Catherine. And now you, my love.
Your mother is looking much improved. Perhaps the worst of it is over.
Yes, that is me in an incredible Oscar-worthy performance with my sister playing Lady Jane Grey, and of course, my mom was playing her abusive mother.
You shall forget, Edward Seymour. Again, your God will not listen, nor will he care. Learn your lesson well, my child.
That sound effect is so bad. We got to be done here. Are we done?
What did you do after that?
Oh, after this, I went on to direct some more movies, host a talk show, do some TV, a bunch of other stuff, but we got to be done here. Enough on this. We've covered the clown. Bye.
You should see the ratings for 227.
I made up my mind. We're going with a blonde girl.
Scene 7, take 1. You should see the ratings for 227.
I made up my mind. We're gonna go with a black girl. I mean.
It's awesome.
That was good.